Hi everyone, it's Mojax and I'm in the lab today with something very special to show you now. I think Pioneer UK have had a bit of a logistics problem because I was expecting a DDJ-XX through today so I could do a walkthrough demo video for you. But this thing arrived instead. It was to my address, but the name on it was James Zabila. So I can only assume that this was destined for James Zabila for beta testing purposes here in the UK, and they've sent it to me by mistake. Now, at risk of ruining my relationship that I've got with Pioneer, I just had to get it in the lab and show it to you because this thing, although it's clearly unfinished, it's clearly a prototype. Don't get me wrong, it's not ready for prime time. But I think this is a real glimpse into the way that Pioneer are going with the future of controllers. This is some all-in-one like you've never seen before. I have to show it to you basically. So as much as I can, as much as it isn't fully functioning, I'm going to show you around it in the Mojax TV style. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Pioneer DDJ-XX. The all-in-one to end all-in-ones. This is it. Now you heard Q-Bert talking on DJ City about how there was going to be a Pioneer turntable. Well, he kind of got it half right. There's going to be two in the one unit. So you've got this thing, you've got two turntables, you've got a mixer section, you've got the effects section, and that's pretty special. We'll get to that later. And this thing's got a built-in amplifier as well. So it's 150 watts each side. You've got jack outputs on the side for your speakers. You can literally turn up at the club and just rock out with this thing on its own. Nothing else required. It's all in one for the very first time. This is something special, I've got to say. So let's fire it up. Let's show you how this thing works. So we've got two turntables. They are regular vinyl turntables. They will play your regular vinyl, be that a 7-inch like this or a 12-inch like so. Now these are sort of 11-inch platters. The vinyl kind of hangs over the edge by about ½ an inch on each side, but that means that obviously they're going to save a bit of weight over a full 12-inch platter, I guess, and it's still perfectly functional there. They are belt-driven turntables, so they've got belt drive technology in there. We haven't seen that for a while, but let's just whip the rubber mat off there and show you that. You've got a removable spindle there, so that's replaceable. All of this is about long-term professional use from the looks of it, and that is belt-driven in there, so you can easily replace that belt when that goes wrong in the future. The torque is not the highest, but ultimately it will do the job for you. Now, turntable wise, they're very well isolated from bass and vibration. You've got lots of flexibility there, and you can screw them down for transport. They are vari-speed turntables, so you've got 33 and 45. They've also got on, off, and an auto switch. Now I'm assuming that is going to be Pioneer's new take on the auto sync phenomenon. So what you can do basically is you can pop your vinyl on, you get to the last 16 beats of the vinyl, hit the auto mode, and it's going to automatically beat match that with the vinyl on the other deck. So that really is taking auto sync to a next level sort of stage. The other one, assuming with it being Pioneer that this is going to have some kind of digital connection. At the moment I can't find there's a USB port on here or anything like that. I'm assuming that's going to get added in later on, whether that be USB 2 or USB 3, I don't know. I did try it with my Newmark V7 control vinyl from the V7. Doesn't seem to do anything at the moment. I did give it a try, but nothing there. So I'm sure the digital side of this will be expanded on as they build closer to production. You've got a light there so you can see what's going on your record grooves, and that is easily movable between deck 1 and deck 2, which is good. You've got the mixer section down here we'll move to now. You've got a microphone section with a mic level, 6.35 jack input for your mic, and this is your auto sort of talk over section, so that'll tell you how much it's going to mute the signal by, and you can switch that on and off. You've got bass and treble control for your microphone there as well, so for those all important announcements and MCing and so on. You've got separate level controls for disc 1 and for disc 2, and you've got this tape input as well. I'm not sure where Pioneer are going to be going with that, but there must be some kind of special add-on to go with this unit as well, because you've got a 5-pin DIN connection there for the audio, so I'm assuming they're doing something slightly different and unusual with that. You've got an overall EQ for all three sources, so bass and treble EQ. No sign of how much that actually cuts in boost, but I'm sure we'll get to that at some point. They'll release that information. Headphone output, you've got a slider for that, you've got a master output, and the 6.35mm jack for your headphone connection as well. You can select your cue signal between disc 1, disc 2, the tape, and the output. Now, You know, there's no split Q on here, which I know will upset a few people, but you know, at the end of the day, I suppose you can't have everything on there. You've got as well your VU meter, which looks like a sort of needle meter, but actually it's got LEDs in there. So Pioneer really going with some up-to-date technology in the main output meter, which is nice. No separate level VUs for each channel, which is a bit weird in this day and age, but you know, hey ho. You've got a slave output as well, which is basically a 6.35 stereo jack, and that will output to, say, another amplifier or some powered speakers or something like that. But really, with 150 watts on each side, you know, built in, you shouldn't really need any extra speakers on top. I mean, 150 watts is going to be plenty for any party, really. And this is where we get the next, oh, this is just some, I can't believe no one's thought of this before. So not only have you got your all-in-one for your music side of it, you've also got lighting control for this thing as well. So we've got a bulge-in connector there, which will let you just plug in and daisy chain all of your lights, no DMX or anything like that. And then you've got the actual section here, so you've got gain and speed. This is for your sound to light, basically. So this thing will take the signal from within the unit itself. It's really clever, this. It will take the signal from within the unit itself, and it will send that beat information through the bulge-in connector to your lights. So if you've got like your traffic lights or you know, moonflowers, that kind of thing, it will actually make those work in time with the music, which is something special. So you can set them to chase, you can set them to flow, and so on. You can see it's getting some mid-range there from the actual turntable. You can override and just have signal coming from all the sections, and so sound to light on and off, and flow light as well. It's just, I can't believe no one's thought of that before. There we go, and we can see we've got those three running there. So there we go, the very first look, world exclusive look at the Pioneer DDJ-XX. I think this thing is going to change the market when it comes out, I really do. As I say, it's not portable, it's not lightweight, it weighs a ton. But this is, if you really want the true all-in-one experience, well, this is going to offer that for you. There you go. So yeah, thank you so much to Pioneer for sending me this by mistake. That's all I can say. I'm really pleased they've done that. So thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel. It's Mojax VDJ on YouTube for more tips, tricks, walkthroughs, reviews, demos, etc. And thank you for watching today. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.